Hi, Charles SirBookSage here. It is September 9th, 2022, and this is my Friday Reads. Now, I figured I'd turn this Friday Reads into sort of a mini September TBR. I did a summer TBR on my channel, at the beginning of summer. That was for July, August, and September. But I had a kind of special reading project planned as part of my reading for September. So I figured this Friday Reads would be me kind of going over what that special reading project is. Now, this is actually my 5th anniversary here on BookTube. I haven't looked up the exact date in September. I think it was around the 15th or the 17th, so about a week from now. But it is my 5th anniversary, and I decided earlier this year that I was going to pick one of the many, many stories that I saw on the shelves in every BookTuber's video when I first joined back in September of, was it 2017, I think? So this September, I've decided it's finally time to read Maggie Stiefvater's The Raven Cycle. Now, I did read the first book, The Raven Boys, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. But I just read that one time, and I didn't continue on with the series, though I had every expectations to, because I actually quite liked it, from what I remember. So I've decided that I think every September I might pick one of those really super, super popular stories. So I think next year might be Lunar Chronicles, because that was another one that every single BookTuber video in September of 2017 had on their shelves. For this September, I'm going to reread The Raven Boys, the first book, and then I'm going to finally read books 2, 3, and 4 to finish off that story. And I'm really looking forward to it. And actually, as a recording of this video, I just finished rereading book 1 last night. I just pretty much after work yesterday, I sat down and I just blew right through the first book. And really, really enjoyed it. I was reading the ebook and listening to the Audible. And Will Patton, the actor, actually records the audiobook for this series. And he's surprisingly good. I've never even expected him to be doing Audible books. And he's a really, really good narrator. And the first book is the only thing I've ever read by Maggie Stiefvater. And I really like her writing style. This is not what I would normally read, but it's fun. This is something I would have definitely read when I was a teenager and enjoyed a lot. But it's fun too. I think her writing style is really what makes me enjoy this more than maybe this kind of subgenre of fantasy or fiction would do. But yeah, I quite like it. Her reading style just clicks for me and it flows very nicely. And Will Patton does a really, really great job of bringing her writing style to life even more. So I'm definitely going to be reading those. Now, I'm hoping, I really want to just read books 2, 3, and 4. Just read all 4 in a row before I get to the rest of my reading. So most likely this weekend's reading is going to be me trying to read book 2, 3, and 4 of the rest of the Raven Cycle. I really would like to finish it by Monday morning. Separate from that, when I'm not doing any reading of the Raven Cycle this weekend, I will be, of course, dipping my toes back into selections of the Silmarillion. Because, Rings of Power, Episode 3, I just watched that this morning, and I will have a video on that. And, yeah, I think I need to watch it one more time before I sit down and record my thoughts on that, but yeah, that's probably not going to be, this is a great show finally. Yeah, probably not going to be that. Just to kind of give you a hint of what I thought of Episode 3. But anyway, that video will be coming this weekend. As far as just YouTube-y stuff goes, as of the recording of this, the last time I checked, I am 5 subscribers away from finally getting 1,000 subscribers. It was a goal I was hoping to meet by the end of this year. I mean, who knows? YouTube is so fickle when it comes to subscribers, and you can 10 subscribers you can get, and then by a week later, there's 10 that have dropped off just from YouTube cleaning up, stale accounts and things. But I'm almost there. And once I actually do finally break 1,000 subscribers, I think I'll do another live stream. I'll do a 1K celebration live stream. So hopefully that's a live stream that will be happening soon. We'll see. I'm a long way off from the 4,000 hours to ever earn any money through YouTube's stuff. But it'll be nice to break the first of those 2 hurdles. Just, every YouTuber wants to at least do that. So yes, so Raven Cycle. As far as the first book goes, I gave it 4 stars the first time. I gave it 4 stars again the second time. I like the characters. They're all interesting enough. They each have their own personality and layers to their personalities. I suspect Ronan is the most one-dimensional in the first book, but generally intentionally so by the looks of it. I suspect we'll get a lot more of him into who he really is as a person as we move through the next 3 books. Overall, I really liked the first book. I liked it a lot more than I ever expected to when I read it originally, and I liked it just as much the second time. So, there's a storm coming in. There's thunder going on out there, so looking forward to House of the Dragon. I really do need to make a House of the Dragon review for the first 3 episodes, because the 4th episode is out in a couple of days, so I don't know if you can hear that. I have like a noise suppression built into like Streamlabs for recording with this mic, so I don't know if it's picking up the thunder out there, but it's starting to get loud. So we should have a pretty like quick monsoon blow through in a few minutes by the looks of it. I can already hear the wind picking up. So I am going to wrap this up here. So if you've read The Raven Cycle, just let me know down below in the comments what you actually thought of it. No spoilers, obviously, because I've only now, like I said, read book 1. But let me know what you thought of it overall. And have you read any other of Maggie Stiefvater's novels or stories? I don't know how many books she has or how many different series she has. I haven't really done a deep dive into researching her as an author to see what her bibliography or catalog or whatever is. But if this series continues on to be as good as that first book, then I'll probably seek out more of her stuff as down the road. So that's pretty much my Friday reads kind of reading for the weekend. For September as a whole, since this is kind of a September TBR-ish video as well, Reaper's Gale, the next Malazan book, really is the one. I want to finish that by the end of the month. My goal was to read two books during this 3 months quarter, and Reaper's Gale would be the second one. And it's one of those, Malazan, you have to get into the expectation of, okay, here's like a hour and a half long prologue chapter before you even get to chapter 1 kind of thing. Not necessarily as long as some of the those latter prologue chapters in The Wheel of Time, but it's kind of up there. So we'll see. I've been really looking forward to Reaper's Gale because there's some showdowns that they've been building up to that I expect will take place in this book. But again, no spoilers down below if you've read Reaper's Gale. So we'll see. I know some people who really love it, and I've seen some people who ended up being a little disappointed by it. So I'm curious to see how it's going to go for me, because the last 2 or 3 main books in the series have just been phenomenal. And with that, I am Charles SirBookSage. Happy reading.